All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. This is my first time using my new computer, my new setup, and I'm going to use this opportunity to answer questions. I get a lot of questions, and I get a lot of same questions because I get a lot of new subscribers or new viewers pretty much every week. And I've tried to figure out how to do this. I've done videos where I answered the most common questions, but I still get questions because most people are not going to go back to videos I made 2, 3 years ago. So every once in a while, I want to do this. And so these are the most current questions I have on my channel. The way I'm in my YouTube studio and I can filter what I want. So I have listed up here the newest questions right here, the newest, and only contains a question. So when you do ask a question, make sure you put a question mark. If you put a question mark, the system will track it as a question. A lot of people ask a question and they don't put a question mark. So usually if you use a word like how or when or where, words like that, it'll pick it up, but sometimes it doesn't. So always add that question mark. All right, so this is pretty simple. I'm just going to go through these. These are most current. As you can see, this was 23 hours ago, the first one, and it shows you what video they're asking a question on that video. All right, so before I get started, I am not an expert. I don't know everything. I've been in the business for a little over 3 years now, so I do know a lot, but I don't know everything. I only can tell you to the best of my ability the answer, unless it's a specific question towards me, and we'll just leave it at that. So let's get into it. Now, first question is, did you go to these furniture stores and leave your cart? So this is regarding my furniture contract. I have not done the video yet. I'm working on it. I have like a 3-part series. I'm going to talk about the furniture contract, how I got it, and everything about it. And so I haven't revealed the store yet, what it is. There is a clue though. One of the videos, there's a clue. You should know what store it is. Most of you guys probably know. But anyways, I did. And I did mention that before. I mentioned that when I first got the contract. I mentioned that I left my card at this furniture store like 2 years ago and they called me. So that's how I got it. How many miles on your van? Currently, as of right now, this is May of 2026. I have about 91,000 miles. I bought it with 40 something thousand. I don't remember the exact number, but 40 something thousand miles. And that was 2 years ago, over 2 years ago. How many, let me see. How did you get the Dillard's route? Nice and easy. So the Dillard's route is, I have a video. I have a video on that, exactly how I got it. I got it from another driver in my market who was actively looking for someone to do that route because he couldn't do it anymore. And so I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. And I happen to be a person that likes to talk to new people. When there's a new driver that I've never seen before and they're driving a cargo van, a lot of times I'll talk to them if they let me. Some people are not nice like that, but this person was. Because you never know. You never know who they are or how they can help you or how you can help them, vice versa. And so because of that, because I got out my vehicle and introduced myself, I end up getting that contract. So that contract is through Jump Logistics. And Jump Logistics is a carrier company. Not the best. I don't recommend them. They're terrible with pay and all that, just like most. But that contract is through them. So that's the only relationship between me and Jump Logistics, that contract. I used to do Tiff Treats deliveries, cookie store. That was more for my wife. But yeah, they pay trash. Okay, I get this one a lot. Do you have a DOT number or just a MC? So when I first started, I wanted to do OTR. So I got a DOT and an MC, which MC takes about 21 days to get it. My MC was active. I actually deactivated it because I didn't need it. I decided not to go out of state. And when you don't cross state lines, you do not need an MC. So I kept my DOT. I do have a DOT. And based on Texas law, you're required to have a DOT based on the work I do, commercial work. So the DOT is free, doesn't cost anything. You can get it literally same day and they'll assign you a DOT number. So that's the answer. I have a DOT. I do have an MC, but it's not active. Hey, great news. What kind of insurance do you have? Again, get this a lot. So this is, I just got my van back. I have commercial insurance and I have Texas minimum requirements. I think it's like 30, 60, 30, something like that. That is the lowest level of commercial insurance that I can have. So I do have commercial insurance, just so you know. And I've explained that many times why, but yeah, I'm required to have commercial insurance. And I have it through Progressive. That's kind of like the most popular for commercial. I did get estimates from other companies, but Progressive typically will beat out most companies. Can you get a Ford warranty on a vehicle that was not purchased from Ford? Now, this is actually a good question. So this related to this video where my vehicle was in the shop and the warranty company, third-party company that I was with, did not want to cover the warranty, even though it's covered, 100% covered. They were trying to not pay. So that's a good question. Can you have a Chevy and get a warranty through Ford? So to be honest with you, I don't know 100%. I would think that you can. I don't see why you can't get a warranty. I don't think it matters whether it's with Ford or Chevy or whoever it is. I don't think it matters the vehicle. It's just a warranty on the vehicle or the parts of it, transmission, engine, all that stuff. So a lot of like Ford dealers will sell other vehicles. They'll sell Chevys. They'll sell a Dodge or whatever. Just because it's a Ford dealer doesn't mean that's the only thing they sell. So I would think, I'm just guessing, like educated guess, I would say yes, but I would say research that yourself. Look it up or call them and ask them because I don't know for sure. But my final answer is yes. I think you probably can. All right, next one says, who do you use for dispatch app names? So I get that a lot. I have a video that names every single app that I am signed up with and that I use. So I don't use all the apps anymore, and I also explain that. I only focus on about 3 apps, the ones that are most active and give me the most work. So if you want a list of all the apps, just watch this video. I have a video on it. And I also have a playlist. I have a playlist. Go to my playlist, and it has categories, and you'll find videos based on that topic. So I don't have a dispatcher or anything like that. I use gig apps to get work. There's a couple carrier companies who I haven't used in a long time because I had no need to, because I'm getting a lot of direct bookings. I have a lot of clients that I work directly with, and a lot of them come back. So I constantly have work. And I just did a moving job not too long ago, and that person reached out to me and was like, hey, my cousin got to move too. So I'm constantly getting leads from customers that already help. My question is, are you going to invest into another van, another Ford Transit van for the business, so then you don't have to lose out on money and you can drive the other one? No. I will not be buying another vehicle. I know I mentioned that on one of these videos. I don't remember which one. I mentioned that if it costs too much to fix the transmission, I know it can be expensive. Sometimes it's not even worth fixing. Sometimes it'd be better off to sell it, get what you can, and buy a new one. That is something I'm not going to do because thankfully the warranty did cover it. If I did have to pay $10,000, that would be something I may have considered. But because they did pay, no, I'm not getting another vehicle. And just to make sure I understand this question correctly, I believe they're asking, am I just going to buy another vehicle so that if one goes down, I'll still have another one? Let's expedite. Hold on a second. Sorry. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Just got an expedite order for tomorrow. So yeah, I'm not going to buy a second vehicle. Not at this time. I don't need it. I don't want it. And it'll be a waste of money. As of right now, it would be. They didn't have a loaner van. Did you try several rental companies? So yes, the option of getting a loaner vehicle, the process was very long. Like the time it takes to get a loaner vehicle, it would be like 30 days. So it wouldn't even be worth it. That third-party company was absolutely terrible. I did research rental places like U-Haul, Penske, all that stuff. There was another place, I don't remember the name of it, but they have like cargo vans just like mine that you can rent. I did not check there, but because I had so much help, I was working with people that allowed me to still get jobs and I could still do them even as a helper. I didn't really need my van that much. So that was good that I know people. So I was still able to do a lot of jobs. Even though I wasn't getting driver pay, I was still making good money. So I didn't want to go through the hassle of it. If my van was going to be in the shop for like 30 days or more, then yeah, I probably would have got one. But I did check on that and it was too expensive. I think U-Haul was like, I told you guys it's $19 a day, but then they charge $1 per mile. I think it was $1 per mile. It's ridiculous price. Did you sub out the jobs? Oh, I think that's referring to my furniture contract. Kind of. I'm going to do a video on that, so I'll give details of how I sent the jobs out to other drivers. But in a way, yeah, I subbed them out. But I'll show you how I did it on a different detailed video. How do you get these kind of delivery contracts? Researching to get into business, not in San Antonio, but another part of Texas. So I think he's referring to the Dillard's contract because that's what this video is about. Um, like I said, Jump Logistics. A lot of carrier companies have contracts. I know Airspace has a contract. They're like a gig app, but they have contracts. But the most popular way, which I've shared this before, is Indeed or CB Driver. That's a great way to find permanent contracts if that's what you're looking for. But yeah, I can only speak for my area. I don't know different areas of Texas. Um, this one says, "Wait, what app is this?" So if you look on the thumbnail, I have all these apps. This is Expedite. It used to be Delivered, Dolly. That looks like Curry, Dispatch, and Roadie. And I probably said the name of the app or I put it in the text somewhere. If you watch the video, I'm pretty sure I put it in the text. Usually I put it in the description as well. So you got to read the description page. So I don't know. I have to watch this video, but that's all you got to do is look at the thumbnail, read the text in the video, listen to what I say. I usually will say it. If I don't say it, I'll usually put the text of it and then read the description from the video. All right, one more question. I'm about to hit the 15-minute mark. And I got to reset because I have the free version of this screen share. So I'm not paying for unlimited time. Not yet. I can't forget the story you mentioned, information about your braids. Are they itching? My bad. I think it was your cornrows you were referring to in that story. To answer the question, I don't have braids anymore. I do have braids, but I have like the drop down ones. I had cornrows mainly for summer and the heat. My hair is really long and it was itching like crazy. So I couldn't stand it. And plus the braider, because my hair is thinning at the top, they had to pull it really tight. Kind of uncomfortable. So no more cornrows, just got the drop down braids. And yeah. All right, let's keep it going. How did you get your ramp to stop squeaking, cracking, and jostling in your van? Blankets. So you guys actually told me that when I first bought my ramps, they were rattling and making all kind of noise. So you guys said put a blanket over it, and that's what I did. So that helped. You still can hear it, but it's muffled. It's not as loud. Love your videos, man. So allergies got worse when you moved to Texas, huh? Did you move into a house that has mold in it? I'm asking because it seems like a lot of people get allergies when there is mold involved. So no, I moved into a brand new house with no mold. We actually watched them build it. So we watched it built from the ground up, no mold. I've always had allergies ever since I lived in California my whole life, pretty much. So it's a lot of pollen in Texas, and that's what caused a lot of the allergies. They do have special medicine, stuff like that. I don't take it. I'll get an attack every now and then, but most of the time it's not real bad where I need to take medicine. But yeah, the house is clean. No issues with that. No wrinkle complaints. Okay, so this is regarding my Dillard's route. So some of you guys are probably looking at the suits and you're like, it's a bungee cord on it and it look like you're wrinkling it, all that stuff. So just so you know, number one is the suits that go back that I take back to the store. Those they don't care. You can lay them down. They can be wrinkled. It don't matter. They're gonna do they're gonna hem them up, do all this stitching and all that stuff, and then they're gonna iron it, so it's fresh. So those it don't matter. The ones we take back to the store that are done complete. No, I've never got a wrinkle complaint or anything like. Oh, another expedite order. I'm gonna turn this off. $25. No, thank you. Sorry, man. My phone gonna be going off because I'm still accepting orders right now for tomorrow. But yeah, never got a complaint ever before. And when I secure it with the bungee cord, it doesn't cause any wrinkles or anything. So yeah, no complaints. I'm watching this almost 2 years after it posted. I wonder how he's doing now. Okay, so this is one of my most popular shorts. I don't even know how many views it got now, but it is a magnet to naysayers. Like my haters, they love this video right here. And that video, it really is just showing the difference between 9-to-5 pay and the type of money you can make just doing 1, 2, or 3 jobs a day. They think I get a lot of comments just like this, kind of sarcastic and like, oh, you're going to be out of business. You're never going to make any money, all this and that. People that don't have any confidence or, afraid of doing this, working for yourself, that's either these people or the people like that will get discouraged when they see comments like this. So this is nonsense. This is somebody that obviously doesn't do this type of work. But anyways, I'm not here to defend myself. I'm just saying I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Been improving every year. The profits are going up. The business is growing. Doing great. Doing great. 2 years later, I'm doing great. How do you find the loads? Gig apps. Gig apps and carrier companies. What app are you using? Just talked about that. For this particular order, this is Expedite. Expedite catering app. Used to be called Delivered. So now Expedite. What gig app do you use the most? I did a video on that. Dolly, TaskRabbit, Expedite. That's about it. Dolly, TaskRabbit, Expedite, and Direct Bookings. I don't use a lot of apps anymore. I'm just maybe 2 or 3. That's it. Don't need the other ones. $10 base pay question. What? That's trash. What if they tip bait, or is that not possible? I don't know what tip bait is. So yeah, the base pay on a lot of these jobs are trash. Both Expedite, Roadie, all these apps, DoorDash, they're all trash. The base pay. You're gonna make your money off tips. Tips is the only way to make a lot of money. On Expedite, you're gonna make a minimum of $20. So there's a $10 base pay, but Expedite guarantees $20. So if the customer does not tip at all, they pay, you get the $10 base pay, and then the customer doesn't tip 1 cent, Expedite will pay out of pocket. They'll give you $10 to make it $20. So technically, it's like a $20 base pay. That's what you're guaranteed to get. But most customers, especially on large orders, the ones I get, most customers are going to tip 20, 30, 40, even $50, and sometimes 100, depending on how big the order is. So, yeah, $10 base pay is trash, though. I do agree with that. Wouldn't it make more sense to invest that $50K back into the cargo van business instead of trusting someone else with it in a business you don't have much experience with? He got 3 thumbs up. I respect that. I understand that. But here's the thing. I always make my own decision. I do my own research, and I'm going to do what's best for me. Okay. I do appreciate tips and advice, but at the end of the day, you got to make your own decision because I have to live with it. So this was well thought out. This is this video right here. I made my very first investment. I invested $50,000 into a house flipping project. And a lot of people would be afraid of that. Believe me, I put the work in. This was not something I just decided overnight. Like, this was a lot of time put into deciding whether to do this or not. So I'm very confident with it. As far as investing back in my business, I did. That's how I paid my van off. I invested back into my business. So a lot of the profits that I was making the first 2-3 years of my business, I've been putting that money back into the business. I haven't been spending it. So I was able to make double payments. So I was able to pay my van off faster. I was able to buy a new van, right? I had a medium roof. I ended up buying a larger van, which meant more profits, more money, more work. So I have been investing back in my business. That's something that you want to do your first few years. That's what you want to do. So I'm in a position right now, the van's paid off. So that's a huge expense that I got rid of. So anyways, great question though. And I agree, but that is my decision. I have to live with it. What is the app name? I can't really see this video. I'm not sure what it is. I'm pretty sure it's on the video. But again, I have a list of all the apps I use. Nice video, Maestro. Can you tell me what model of your dollies, please? The model, I have a, man, I forgot. Costco, and then the big yellow one, I don't remember the name of it. I have Blue Diamond. That's an appliance dolly. I have Big Carl is the yellow appliance dolly. I don't remember what it is, the name of it or anything. Who is this? Dispatch. But yeah, Costco, the 4-in-1 hand truck that's my moneymaker right there. That thing is golden. It could do anything. It can haul a fridge and it can carry food. It could carry anything. Hi CJ, what type of insurance policy do you have to work for expedite delivery? That's a great question. I actually haven't researched that, so I don't know. Most gig apps only require your state's like regular insurance, regular car insurance. Most gig apps do not require commercial insurance. In fact, I don't think any of them do. Maybe freight. I think, but most the gig apps don't require it. You're required, what they put in their terms, which most people don't read, is that you're agreeing to have the proper insurance, whatever state you're in. That's what they put in the terms. So they're not responsible if you get in an accident and you don't have commercial insurance and you say, oh, but they said I didn't have to have it. No, you're supposed to have what you're supposed to have. So I don't know. I'm assuming regular insurance. I don't think you have to have commercial, but technically by law you're supposed to. What catering app is that, if I can ask? Expedite. It says Expedite app in the title. Please help. I just got in a car accident. Oh, I'm sorry. Totaled my car, and I was going to buy a cargo van, but does this ruin my chances of getting hired on these gig apps? Freight, Dolly, Warp, I don't know what that is. Roadie, Airspace, Curry, Dispatch, Uber, Freight, Convoy, never heard of that. Amazon, Relay, Amazon Flex, GoShare, etc. Should I just forfeit the idea of working in this line of work? So that is not the right attitude to have. This is a tough question because I don't know your finances. I don't know how you prepared for this. I don't know. Things happen. You could be right at the door of starting your business and something like this could happen. Hopefully you're okay. That's the most important part. And I'm assuming because of the financial issue with the accident that you were going to buy the van, but now, you don't have the money to do it or whatever. I would say that I would not let anything discourage you from going. This is an obstacle that you have to get around. This happens to a lot of people. A lot of people will quit. They have an obstacle in front of them and they quit right away. So if you're really determined to do this, there is a way. There's always a way to figure things out. You don't have to start in a cargo van. You can literally use a car. Now, I understand your car was damaged, so I don't know if you have a new car. I don't know what the situation is, but I would say that getting on the app, you need a vehicle. You got to have a vehicle. So there's no way to get on. Are these apps always hiring? Yes. Are you going to go straight to the waiting list? Probably so. But again, if you just want to do gig apps, then this is a very tough hurdle to get through. If you want to start your own business, this shouldn't be able to stop you. You should still be able to get work without having to rely on gig apps. So it depends on what you're trying to do, what type of business you're trying to run, what type of work you're trying to do. Are you trying to work directly with clients, or you just want to get dispatch jobs from these gig apps? I don't know. It's hard to answer these type of questions. So I would say no. To answer the question, should you forfeit the idea of working? No. Is it going to delay it? Yes. But I mean, things happen. Things happen. If you're really determined, just be patient, do what you got to do to get back on your feet, and eventually, hopefully, a door will open. Are you using a platform to receive these orders? Are you under contract to facilitate these jobs? This is Dispatch app. So yes, I'm using a gig app platform. No contract, anything like that. Just gig apps. One more real quick. Great video, bro. Congrats. Make that money. Are you on other social media besides Rumble? Not at the time, no. I don't want too many social media platforms. I like YouTube. It's very easy. I'm very familiar with it. So starting another channel is my goal. That's what I want to do. But starting on a different platform, no. Could I do that? There's a lot of people that do that. They'll post on Facebook and Rumble and Twitch and all these different platforms. And that's not a bad idea, but I don't want all that. I'm good with YouTube. I'm going to stick with that. And Rumble, I haven't posted in a very long time, but I'm going to use it to post videos without edit. So I post a full delivery so you can see how much work I'm doing. Not the edited version on YouTube where it took me 10 minutes to deliver a sofa, but it looked like I did it in 2 minutes because I edit the video. I want you to see the amount of work that you have to do, because a lot of you guys don't realize that I do a lot of labor. I climb stairs. I can deliver heavy stuff. You need to see that. You need to see what you're getting yourself into. So that's what I want to show you on Rumble. All right, guys, I decided to stand up, do another 15-minute segment, and we left off on. So I got a desk that adjusts. I can sit down or I could raise it up so I can stand up. So I want to stand up now. Next one is from my guy Gig Geezer. He said, "You're getting a computer?" Being sarcastic, making fun of me. Yes, I'm getting a computer. I have an ancient computer. I've had that computer for, man, I don't even know how many. It's older than my kids. So, anyways, I don't like spending a lot of money. I'm cheap. I'm like, I got that from my dad. If the computer works, why get a new one? It just takes longer. It takes longer to load, all that stuff. My dad had dial-up for the longest. He would not upgrade from dial-up. He just like, turn the computer on, come back in 30 minutes, and then do what you got to do. Anyways, yes, new computer. What is the name of this app, please? Um, this is the only app in my market. Gives me guaranteed work. So this is probably gonna be Expedite, or Dolly. I'm pretty sure it's Dolly. Dolly Helper app. Guaranteed work from that and Expedite in my market. Or at least for me. I can only speak for myself. Let me move me out the way. Very nice video, but why did this one job pay $270 at 1401? Is this family from Switzerland? That didn't understand the exchange currency. I have to watch this video. My highest paying job on a Dolly app. One and done. Oh, yes, this was a special job. This was the one where Dolly stole $125 from me and I got it back from this job. This job was ridiculously high paying, and then we just moved a bed, one bed, a short distance. I think it was like 10 miles or 12 miles, something like that. And the pay was ridiculous. 200, it looks like, it says 270. I don't remember how much it was, but it paid way more than what this job would normally pay. Is the family from Switzerland? I have no idea. So it didn't make sense. But the only thing that made sense is my CEO gave me my money back from the company that stole my money. That's the only thing that made sense with that job. And then on top of that, he gave me more money. That same customer reached out to me for another job, which I did. And I made money without the middleman, without them taking my profits. So that was a special video right there. Let's see. Please, can someone help me with Expedite contact number? Please, still on my application process. Just go on the website. There's a phone number. I could probably look it up real quick for you, but go on their website and get their number. But good luck getting in touch with them, because I couldn't even get in touch with them. When they took a job away from me, and I couldn't get in touch with them. I couldn't speak to a person. They kept saying that all agents are busy or something like that. So the number I have is 844-515-2932. Good luck getting a hold of somebody. So what's the app? Same thing. It says dispatch app on the video. What size length inside the cargo van? What year? So it's a 2022. I don't know if this is my new van or my old van. This looks like this video might be from my old van. My medium roof, I don't even remember. I don't remember the length. It's a medium roof. It was a 2020 Ford Transit medium roof. So you can Google the dimensions of that. And I think, yeah, it was a 2020. But my new van is a 2022 Ford Transit with a high roof and extended back. I know I have about 13 feet of cargo space inside, but I don't know the exact length of the van. I think it's like 22 feet or something like that. Okay, let's see. I average close to 30 an hour doing Spark and Flex, getting 30 miles per gallon on my Honda Fit. Would getting a cargo van and those apps be substantial increase in earning, or should I stick with what's working? I RV full time, so I can change location when I want, and I'm not going to build direct bookings. So this person just wants to use gig apps only. I would say, if you're not going to build a business, especially with direct bookings and clients, I would stick to what you're doing. Because if you invest in a cargo van, that means you need to, if you're going to get a cargo van, you should try to maximize your earnings. You should try to not just use gig apps. You should try to get work all different ways, because it's not a Honda Fit. So, more gas, more insurance, all that stuff. If you don't want to build your business, I would say just stick to that Honda Fit and just do gig apps in that. That's just my suggestion. Do you have to set it up or just put the bags on the table? So if we're referring to Expedite, looks like we are. Yes. Only if the customer requests that. So on the app, on the job, it'll tell you if setup is yes or no. If it says yes, then yes, you have to take everything out of the bags. You have to set it up so that people could come in, grab the plate, grab the silverware, and just go through the line and serve themselves. Unbag everything. So set it up like a regular catering order. That's required. Expedite requires that. It'll say, if it says no setup, then no, you don't. You just take them out your hot bags and set it on the table. They set it up themselves. There's times where it doesn't say anything. If it does, I usually just set it up because I want to get a good review. And a lot of times it doesn't take long. A lot of people, I don't know what the issue is. It literally takes less than 5 minutes to set this food up. Less than 5 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, maybe 4, maybe 5. To me, it's worth that extra time of doing that to keep your rating up. You want to keep your rating up. So just do it. I mean, I hate to call people lazy, but to me, that's just laziness. Like, just do it. Especially you're getting 40, 50 bucks. I mean, just do it. Set it up. What is this app you mentioned that sounds like Dolly? Oh, Dolly. Dolly. Dolly Helper app. I can't find it anywhere, so I'm assuming I'm spelling it wrong. Yes, Dolly. Dolly. Not recommended. Not the best app, but it works for me based on the amount of work that I get. But the company itself is terrible. Absolutely terrible. Do you need the $1 million liability, $1 million cargo insurance for what you're doing? No, I don't need it. I went through that when I first started. I actually did have the $1 million policy, and I ended up canceling it because I don't need it. So some companies, if you're doing OTR, some companies require it. But for me, no, I don't need it. I have my state's minimum. So 30, 60, 30. That's it. That's all I carry. Not a lot of insurance. And I have $5,000 in cargo insurance. That's it. Do you need an MC and an EIN to do what you're doing? No, you don't have to have. You do not have to have an MC unless you're crossing state lines. EIN, no. If you're not going to run a actual business, you don't need an EIN. You need an EIN if you have an actual business. What are they charging 30 for a background check with DoorDash, Uber, and everybody else does it for nothing? I don't know if he's referring to this. I guess this video, this is an expedite video. If they charge 30 bucks, that's what they charge. That's kind of like the going rate. It's going to be around $30, $35 for most of these gig apps to do a background check. So they charge you that. I don't know why, but typically it's a third party company that does the checks. So that might be their fee. I don't know. I have no idea, but I mean, 30 bucks, it's 30 bucks. So some people don't want to pay it. Some people don't mind paying it. I pay it. All the apps that I got on, I paid it. Don't have an issue with it. What's your insurance fuel permits? I'm not sure what that question means. Your insurance fuel permits? Hold on a second. All right, so I had to quickly Google that real quick because I don't know. So that apparently has to do with vehicles that's over 26,000 pounds. So like a big rig or something. So I don't do that type of work. So I don't deal with this fuel permits. Galveston okay, that's when I was telling you guys, guess where I'm at. Galveston, they got it right. This person got it right. I was in Galveston. What app is this? Again, it's probably in the video, but I have a video on that, all the apps I use. I live in Belgium. Where and how do I start doing this myself? Need help. Man, I wish I could help you. I have no idea. Like, I've never been there. Probably never will go there in my life. So I don't know. I can't help you on that. How do I get on, bro? Sign up. Go online. Go on the website and sign up. That's the best way to do it. Or download the app and apply. What app do you use to get these deliveries? Or is it just a series of several different apps? Again, another app question. Dispatch is the name of the app of this one. Dispatch or Dispatch It. You can go on their website. Got videos on that. I do a Schedule C. Is that not the same as business taxes? I'm an LLC. Look forward to your response. When I do my taxes, this is why I hired an accountant, because taxes has always been confusing to me. Things are always changing. Laws are always changing. Forms are always changing. So I'm not an expert in that field, so I can't really answer that question. I have an accountant. I pay annually, and they take care of my taxes. So that's the best way I handle it. You're going to talk to a tax expert. That metal trim saver is genius. Is there a link, or was that custom? Converting a 350 HD for transit for covered transport of sidewalk, snow removal machines, and mini skid steers during winter. That plate would be perfect for mounting HD ramps. Okay, so I actually have the video when I bought the flooring for my van. I don't know off the top of my head what it's called or the name of it or anything like that. But if I find it, I'll put the link of that video in here. Are you in SA, San Antonio? Yes, that's where I'm at. 11:39 of this video. Do you bring the appliance into the home alone? Do you also take them up and downstairs alone? Does the business get this info from the beginning to charge them extra for another person? So this is, I don't know if this is referring to a gig app order, or it looks like the video where I said I quit my third-party contract. So do I bring the appliances into the home alone? I can. Sometimes I do. It depends. Refrigerator, I always have help. I always have my wife help me. I don't do refrigerators by myself. A washer, a dryer, yes, I could do it by myself. As far as going up or down the stairs, again, typically I don't do that by myself. There has been times where I'll do a washer, like a top load washer. I could do it by myself. I could take it up the stairs, but I always have help. Does the business get this info from the beginning? Yes. So when it came to the third party contract, the business doesn't charge them. I do. So the customer reach out to me directly and I give them a price. So I get all the information I need. Am I going upstairs? Is it 1 flight, 2 flights? Does it curve? All that stuff. I get all that before I give them a price. So, are you near Ohio? Am I near Ohio? Is Texas near Ohio? I don't even know where Ohio is. I can't think right now. Is that East Coast? That's East Coast. I don't think so. No, I'm not. What do you use to get orders? Gig apps. I think you found out why she didn't want to sign a contract. Yes. I don't have anything bad to say about the lady. I do appreciate her, and I don't want people to think like I don't like her or anything like that. I thank her for the opportunity. That was a great experience for me, but I'm trying to be tactful and nice, but she doesn't know how to run the business. I mean, it's really no nice way to say that, but that's what it was. She doesn't know how to run a business. Very unprofessional, unorganized, and I'm the opposite. I'm very organized, and I think that's where the issue was. So, anyways, I still appreciate her, but just can't do business with her. That's just a business decision. Yeah, but how much does Big Bruce cost you per week, month, and year? I'll say, here's that video again. Just that short. Monthly car payment, car insurance, oil changes, and other maintenance, gasoline, annual registration. I never can understand people like this. They always try to find the negative in things like this. Because I'm happy and I'm sharing this information, I'm really, and I'm sure they probably seen a lot of clickbait videos. So I get it. But do your research. Like, know who you're listening to. Most of these people watch this one video and never watch any of my other videos. So they have no idea what I'm doing or what's going on. So yes, there are expenses. And yes, when I first started, I was afraid of expenses just like this person. But I learned very quickly that the expenses, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. As long as you're making money and staying busy, that's the last thing I think about. The gas prices doesn't bother me. And just right now, the prices went up, right? Gas has never been like $4 a gallon in Texas, but it is, right? Guess what? My price got to go up, right? My price adjusts to the expenses, right? So you just got to know how to run a business. You got to understand your expenses. You got to know how much you need to make, and everything goes smooth. This person is trying to make it seem like, oh my goodness, you got a car payment, you got this, you got that. I have a plan for everything, right? I have a plan. I planned it out so that I don't even have a car payment anymore, but some people will. But you got to know that going in. You got to understand your expenses when you first start so that this won't be an issue, right? So you have to already know, okay, I'm going to be paying $600 a month. I'm going to be paying this much for insurance, so you already know how much you need to make. And then you see, can I actually make that? And then once you realize that you can get the work and you can make the money, this is nothing. It's nothing. So anyways, stuff is frustrating. Hey CJ, did you ever do a video on Task Rabbit request? Did you ever do a video on making a spreadsheet for your business? If you did, could you direct me to what video it is, or could you make one? I've been using QuickBooks for the past 2 years, but I want to save that $40 a month and create a spreadsheet, but don't know how to do one. Okay, that's a great one. I do have that planned out. I am going to make a video specifically on that. I changed the way I do my bookkeeping from the time I started to now. It's very, very organized, way more organized than it was before. I do have an accountant. I have an account where it tracks my bookkeeping for me, but I do it manually. I recommend do it manually. I don't care what software you use. Don't ever stop doing manual logs. That's just my recommendation. So anyways, I will do a video on that. I don't have one yet. That's the same question. Big CJ, I've been a fan of you and you are encouraging me to start like you. So I'm planning to apply in Curry app and I got the Ford Transit 250 like your old one. So medium roof. Anyways, so to start, do I need to get a commercial plate to join in the app, Curry? I think you mean commercial insurance you're referring to? A commercial plate, like license plate? I don't know. No. So again, people that have questions like this, you need to go on the website. So Curry has their own website. You can go on the app or go on their website and all of these questions will be answered. I promise you, they have these questions that were answered. They tell you what type of vehicle you need, what type of insurance you need, everything, all these questions. Don't rely on asking someone else. Even me, I'm experienced, but I don't do Curry anymore. So I don't even know. I don't know what to tell you. I would have to go on the website. That's where I get the answer. I go on the website and then I tell you. So do your own research. Stop asking people. Get in the habit of learning things for yourself. You absolutely have to be like that, especially if you're going to run your own business. If you're going to be a business owner, a boss, stop asking people. Find the answer. It's out there. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying that you have to be like that. You can't be a person that asks everyone everything, because what's going to happen is you're going to get comfortable just asking people. And a lot of times you're going to get the wrong information. So learn for yourself. What company are you working for? Myself, my business. I do jobs for different gig apps. All right, so this one, I'm actually, I'm going to bypass these two questions. It's related to this video, and it was a TaskRabbit job I showed you guys where the customer was charged a 2-hour minimum and the workers refused to do the work. They did a job that took 15 minutes and they still charged a 2-hour minimum. So these are great comments. I plan on doing a video on this. I'm so behind. There's so many videos I got planned. I got to catch up. So now that I got my computer set up and everything, I'll be able to catch up on these. But I do want to do a video just on this, the 2-hour minimum. Let's see what we got here. Good point on the proper attire. I wouldn't ask my barber to make me a sandwich. Why would anyone expect movers to assemble furniture? This was definitely a communication issue. I think, is this related to that same video? I'm not sure what that's from. It's not showing nothing over here. I think that's related to this same video. So I'm gonna bypass that one. With Expedite and tracking miles, do they track them for you like DoorDash? I just got hired on and picking up my first order in 30 minutes. Thanks for all the info. Yes, they do keep your stats. They keep your stats of miles and how much money you made, and I think a few other things. But yeah, all that information is on the app in your profile. Where are you? In Texas? Yes. Sometimes I need a pallet delivered to a customer about 10 miles away. Are they asking me to deliver a pallet? I need a pallet delivered. Okay. I am in Texas, but I don't understand the second part. I guess they're saying because I'm in Texas, 10 miles away from where though? Anyways, we'll skip that one. Hey, I just started with Dolly. They keep sending me 2-man jobs, but I don't have a helper. Do you think I should? Oh, so I actually answered this on a video. I answered this question on a video. If I find it, I might put it on here, but I don't. You guys got to find these videos, man. It takes a while to find these videos, but I know I did a video just on this. I gave my opinion on that. With the tires, what about the distance? Does that make it up? Okay, this was a job I did for another driver in my market, delivering tires. Does that make it up? I have to watch this video to see what they're referring to, but the distance was really short. It was a short distance. High pay, short distance. 220 a day for 6 days is about $63K a year. That's not life-changing money, brother. $100 a day is minimum wage, bro. What? look into a box truck. I've ran 5 Sprinter vans, OTR. I converted to 2 box trucks. We make 400, 600 per run locally, about 1,000 a day. Best of luck. Keep grinding. This is life changing for me. $220 a day in San Antonio, Texas, based on my personal earnings, right? Not just the money I make through my business, but the money I make already. And me leaving the 9 to 5, working for myself and making $220 a day in 2 to 3 hours is life changing. Maybe not for you, but it is for me. I am profiting, making more money than I ever have in my life. So this is why it's important not to look at your own personal situation when it comes to this, because this person is not in my shoes. They're not paying my bills. They have no idea. So they're basing it on that's chump change and all this and that, but it's really not. I can't even, I'm not even gonna spend time trying to explain it. If it wasn't working for me, I would tell you. I would say I'm not making enough money. I might need to go back to my 9 to 5, but I've been doing this for over 3 years. You guys seen the whole journey, haven't hid anything from y'all. So I can't make this stuff up. I can't buy a new van without making money. I can't pay my van off in less than 2 years if I'm not making money. Like, these are the things that I can't buy my wife a new car if I'm not making money. I can't pay off my solar panels, $22,000 loan paid off. Like, I'm making money. That's all that matters. I'm happy. That's all that matters. I don't have to prove nothing to nobody. Let me click on this guy's channel. That's what I like to do. So I'm already uninterested in this channel. Already just looking at it. He's got Myron Golden on here. Not sure why. Is this the person? Is this him? I don't know who this is. We focus on short and clips of videos that provoke thought and discussion. We would appreciate your support. It's got 115 subscribers. This is something Myron Golden said. Myron Golden said, this came out of his own mouth that he got on his channel. He said, the first thing I do when I have someone hating on me, I go to their channel and I look how many subscribers they have. And then I say, okay, yeah, I'm not listening to them. That's what he said. I'm just telling you, that's what he said. But I'm not interested in this channel. I don't know what he does. I don't see anything about the box truck business on here, or the 4 box trucks he owns and all that. I don't know what this is. So a lot of y'all just be talking. Just be talking. All right, man. That's it. Let me go back. That's it. My 15 minutes, my last segment of 15 minutes is up. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I enjoy it. I like answering you guys' questions. If I do get good feedback, I will do this again, but I caught up on a lot of questions. I don't have a lot of time to answer questions. I'm super, super busy. It takes a lot of times to edit these videos and all that stuff. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully we can do it again, and hopefully I answered a couple of you guys' questions. So y'all have a good one, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.